Good morning, everyone. All freshmen write a "This I Believe" speech. For new students, this is a speech which is made in front of their English classes about a topic, a person, a belief, or ideology which they are so passionate about and in which they truly believe. I wrote mine about family, and to quote my opening line, circa 2016, I believe in the power of family. I believe not only in the power of love and support, but in the beauty of caring for someone else while putting his or her needs before your own. Over the course of the last 3 years, my definition of family has extended to include many of you. I know we've all heard it. Taft is special, this is our family, everyone has a seat at the table. We are constantly reminded of how special our community is, for better or for worse, because it's so easy to believe that these things are inherently true. But the reality is, we have never had the right to expect them. What ultimately defines a year at Taft is who we are to each other, the ways in which we interact, and how we decide to treat each other. It is simple. Taft offers every opportunity for success and familial support, yet it is invariably up to us, returning students, to set a high standard. I firmly believe in Tafty's instinct to support. Even looking around this room and reflecting on what it means for our school to congregate within this space 4 times a week, with the sole purpose to celebrate academics, arts, athletics, clubs, and personal achievements, shows how deeply we value the success of our peers. These meetings are uniquely powerful, intentionally intimate, and most likely are not something which we will encounter outside of Taft's walls. Because we have this forum, this opportunity, let's use it. Let's talk about what is good and what it is we need to change. Something which we can all agree on is that Taft is super hard sometimes. My oldest brother, Tommy, while on one of our weekly FaceTime calls, said that the saturation on life is turned way up at Taft. That is a beautiful thing. And while yes, that does mean that we encounter pain and hurt and a longing for the familiarity of home, it also means that those moments where someone goes out of their way to say hello or to sit on your bed and just listen mean that much more. Abigail Hayno, she was my roommate last year. She knows. I had some really tough nights, and so did she. But at the end of the day, she would just give me a hug, tell me she was there for me. And I gave that back, and that's all it takes. 2 minutes to just let someone know that you care. Because the reality is, everyone struggles here at one point or another. But you stick through the bad times, you soak in the good, of which there is so much. You lean on the people you trust, and you do your best. And inevitably, when we walk across that stage, we know that these were the most transformative years of our lives because we met people who we love and who love us, and that's pretty damn special. As Tafties, we all leave here knowing the comfort of Sunday brunch in your sweats, knowing the intense competition of Super Sunday and camaraderie of Red Riot, knowing how good a bacon, egg, and cheese from the Jig is, knowing how quickly hearing Miss Leal's laugh down the hall can fix a day's sorrows, and knowing that sense of pride we feel when someone says roll rhinos or TTAF. This idea that as a collective we build each other up means that Taft is a place for passionate people. The ways in which we celebrate each other here are everywhere. Cheering in the crowd at games, painting your face on Hotchkiss Day, watching Hydrox and Oriokos perform, bringing a group to coffee house, going to the art gallery opening for more than just Miss Chick's unbelievable ability to cater an event. All of these things are what make us Tafties. Taft is an amazing place. We are all unbelievably lucky to have been given this opportunity. So, what I challenge us to do in making these claims about this place being special, and us along with it, is to make a Taft where school meetings don't happen because a member of our community has been mistreated or disrespected, but because we are excited to give everyone a voice. A Taft where dining halls are left clean because we all know that every man and woman that works at Taft deserves the respect and the time it takes to simply clean off a table. A Taft where we ask the names of the women and men that keep our dorms, our classrooms, the dining halls, and Bingham clean. A Taft where freshman girls aren't told to know their place, and where boys can talk about girls behind closed doors without feeling they have to sacrifice their integrity and kindness. A Taft where guys and girls have honest and loving friendships, and it's not sketch. We are all part of a larger collective of people. Let's take that responsibility and act accordingly. To you seniors, we got one more here. So let's work hard, let's have a great time, and let's leave a legacy that we're proud of and that these juniors, sophomores, and freshmen want to live up to. This is our Taft. This is our family. I believe in Taft, and I believe in all of us. Thank you.
Good morning, all. I'd like to start this speech by wishing a happy birthday to my roommate since freshman year and close friend, Casey Gahn. I think that the bond Casey and I have formed since being assigned roommates really symbolizes many of the aspects I love about Taft. Where else would I have gone to know someone from the opposite side of the world, someone who shares very few of my interests so well? I think Taft's intentionally diverse and supportive environment in which all feel welcome is a truly, truly valuable thing. I've spent much of my first week back on campus reflecting and trying to formulate goals, both for myself and for the community. And the more I reflected, the more I realized just how lucky we all are to be here. Life at Taft is so go, go, go that we rarely have time to stop, look around, and consider our blessings and just how special the experiences we have here are. Just how special the people sitting in this room are. This year at preseason, I had a watershed moment of sorts. I was taking an ice bath with new postgraduate Charlie Shanks, and as we were sitting there freezing, he looked me right in the eye, and he said to me, "It's going to take me a while to get used to this place. Everything here is so nice." And that comment really struck me, because he's absolutely right. Everything here is so nice. From the facilities, to the staff, to the students. Everything and everyone here is so nice. His comments also made me realize that I've taken my time here at Taft for granted. And I'm willing to bet most of you have too. Seriously, when was the last time you stopped to consider how you got to this point? Look at the person sitting to your left. Look at the person sitting to your right. No two people in this room have traveled the same path to get here. And no two people in this room will graduate Taft with the same experience. Yet here we all are, members of the same Taft family. You have each been given a gift through your acceptance to Taft. Very few people have that gift. Very few people know what it's like to run up the Crisco slide at Super Sunday, or to eat jig food made with love by Sandy and Marty. Yet there are responsibilities associated with these gifts. Firstly, make the most of your time here. Whether you have 1 year left, 4 years left, or anywhere in between, make the most of your time here. When I was a freshman, I never thought about what life would be like as a senior. It just seemed too far away. But as cliche as it sounds, time passes very quickly here. With this in mind, I urge you all to devote yourselves in all aspects of your life here at Taft. And I think you will find your experience will be all the more fulfilling for it. Take advantage of all the opportunities you have access to, especially if it means stepping outside of your comfort zone. Take risks. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, and failure is not fatal, especially in an environment like Taft, where you are surrounded by peers and by faculty who will pick you up when you are down and support you when you are up. Audition for the musical. Apply for GLI. Make an announcement at assembly, because only by extending yourself and subjecting yourself to uncomfortable experiences can you develop your character. If you're always comfortable, you aren't really learning. Be the captain of your own Taft experience and steer your ship in whatever direction you please. Not only do you have a responsibility to make the most of your own Taft experiences, but you also have the responsibility to enhance the experiences of others. Our culture is extremely malleable and is affected by your everyday actions. In fact, I firmly believe that it is in our small interactions that the year will be shaped. I challenge you all to embody our motto of service, not only to the community as a whole, but also to its individual members. Consider how your actions affect those around you, whether your words could have unintended consequences, and think before you act. I want this year to be defined by kindness. Going to sit with someone who is alone at a dining hall table should not be an anomaly. That should be the norm. It's so easy to be nice that there's really no excuse not to be. You never know just how much your words and your actions can affect the lives of others. Never underestimate your ability to make someone's day. Go out of your way to look out for each other, especially when you're feeling stressed or down yourself, because by making someone else happier, you inadvertently will make yourself happier as well. If we can succeed in cultivating a culture of kindness together as a community, then I'm confident it will be a great year. The time you have here is fleeting and will go by quickly. So I challenge each and every one of you to make the most of your Taft experiences and make sure everyone around you is making the most of theirs. Thank you.